It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and we'll see this team's electric quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. Hope y'all ready for this one. All that and more coming up next.
PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the up. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Now a first carry here for their running back. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 12 yards there and a first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd and 6. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there. And it's second down.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball. But they've brought that to the NFL because it is hard for an offensive lineman to keep them away from the quarterback.
On play action, they'll throw. And he will slide down with a good gain. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw here. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. He's got the first down and more. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Looking to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, a day 3 selection in this year's draft.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Up the middle they go. It's Torres. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. When you look at this defense, it's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots. That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The strong running. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Buying time to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 122 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And that's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen up. The big fella. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down at a yard. Back to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st down, Torres. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown. And now, before we get to the extra point, remember, all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Torres, he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Fights through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. That one out wide and intercepted. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game, and you can see they are out in front in that one. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the second quarter.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. Oh, what a move. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Now for the point after. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 4. Over the middle, complete. It's Baker. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Now a give right side. It's Torres. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 3. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. They bring their punter out there now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Torres. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Right back to him on first down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Looking middle, and that's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on third down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They'll look to throw here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. On play action, they'll throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the 23, here's second down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd and 9 now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Holding offense.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here we go. 1st and goal. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Baker. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Now 2nd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Here's 1st down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. A look at the clock, 35 seconds to play. This is 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards on 1st down. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them.
and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 64 yards rushing for him now to this point. 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is throwing at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Torres. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on first down. Torres. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. It's Torres, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 31, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10.